Making strides is important to me because of one person in my life, and that's my mom. I just got involved from the first time I found out my mother had cancer. When I found out she had cancer that year there, it was 03, and I walked in 03 was my first year. She said, well, if I'm better after getting my treatment, I'll walk with you. I'm like, Mom, that'll be great. We got my niece and nephews, my mother's grandkids, they started walking, and then I got more relatives coming, and we got t-shirts made up called Brenda's Pink Angels. And she's been walking ever since with us. One year it fell on her birthday. One of my sisters got her a birthday hat, and we told her, you have to wear this the whole walk. It was a hat with candles all over it. Every year I go to that, I cry. I mean, right before we walk, I cry. When my mother comes across the finish line with us, I cry. It was an emotional thing for me when she started walking. I mean, every year I walk, it touches my heart even more. I go around and take pictures. I donate my pictures to the American Cancer Society every year that I walk in. I send them a CD.
Greg just gets so swept up in the day. Next thing you know, he says to the family, I'll see you all at the finish line, or I'll meet up with you all later. And he's jumping up on benches, taking pictures with his cameras, getting shots of the crowd. He's just so caught up in the day. And I mean, every year, this is something that Greg does.
If I can help, I'm there to help. You know, I try to get involved with a lot of stuff.
Greg has worked for the company for the last 19 years, and he's been an amazing colleague to so many of us. I think each one of us has a story to tell about Greg. He is kind, he's humble, he's compassionate, and he's incredibly dedicated to this company.
Liz.
Thank you.
Have a good day now.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
For the past 9.5 years, he's been a member of the Big Brothers Association of Boston.
Edgar was 6 years old when I met him. He was in elementary school.
Greg and Edgar have been matched for 9.5 years, closing in on 10 now. They met originally in our school-based program, where Greg went and visited him during his lunch and recess time.
On my lunch break, I went over to the Divas school, sat down with him, watched him eat his lunch, and then after he ate his lunch, all I had was like 10 minutes of time with him. So I think I did that for a few months.
But they decided after about 6 months that it wasn't enough time. Greg wanted to play a stronger mentor role in Edgar's life.
So I called Big Brothers up and I asked them, is it possible that I can do the community center so I can spend more time, you know, to get to know Edgar a little bit more on the weekends?
Greg is unbelievable in the amount of time that he's devoted to his little brother. 10 years is a very long time.
He's done all kinds of activities over the years. Greg liked to include educational activities sometimes, like going to the Museum of Science.
What I try to do, I got to go to almost every sporting event that he likes. It just happened to be his birthday. So what I did was I called the box office and find out what do I have to do to get his name, Happy Birthday, up on the big screen. 7th inning, it came up. You know, I said, look up there. He was like, wow.
Greg has been a tremendous friend for Edgar over 9.5 years. He's been supportive for him and his family, and has been a consistent role model and adult in his life.
Being a big brother is about being there for him.
The role of a volunteer like Greg is to simply be a friend, to listen, to be supportive, to be a coach and a guide, and to expose the world to that child.
I think what it means to me more is giving back. You know, I think that's the most important thing. You know, making a kid happier than what he is going through life. You know, teaching him, find out his goals and trying to help him reach those goals.
Many of our volunteers, once they're connected to a child one-on-one, can't imagine their life anymore without their little friend.
I remember one year, he goes, well, how long would you be a big brother? You know, I said, well, through Big Brother is up to the age of 18, Edgar. I said, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. I said, our friendship will go way beyond that. I said, I met you when you were 6 years old. I said, I'll be your friend for life. You know, anytime that you need me or you want to talk to me, you have my number. My phone is always on. and I'm always willing to talk to you. To be honest with you, I encourage anybody that if they have the time to do it, become a big brother. It's a wonderful thing to do, to make another child happy. I belong to a bike club, and we do a lot of charity rides. One ride that we started doing last year was the Veterans Ride. Last year they had over 1,500 bikes. It was seeing the vets, with their prosthetic legs and what the amount of people that came out there for them, unbelievable. It's just something I always feel that I always wanted to do. Help out. Every little bit counts.
What I love about tonight's award is that it gives us an opportunity to learn something new about Greg. I didn't even know how involved he is outside of the company.
Sometimes I'll speak to him about other things going on within the community, not related to Blue Cross Blue Shield, and Greg will say, well, where's this happening at? And you turn around and he's just there. Again, that's Greg, that's who he is.
It's just the way I was brought up. I thank my mom and dad for that, especially my mom. That's my girl. She means the world to me.
Congratulations, Greg, on being the BlueCrew Volunteer of the Year. You absolutely deserve it.
Thanks for being a big Greg, and congratulations on being the BlueCrew Volunteer of the Year.
Greg, congratulations on this award. You so deserve it. I'm not just saying it because I have to do this recording. I really mean it. I love you. I'm proud to say that you're my cousin, you're my family, you are my familiar, Greg. And one important thing, you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk, you lead by example. And I am so happy again to say you are my cousin. Congratulations.